everyone, it's Layla. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the eyebrows. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I've mentioned this several times that I never fill in my brows. What you see is sort of what you get. I recently started using a brow serum to help my brows get thicker and grow out more. So there are two products recently that I've been wanting to try. One's the NYX Cosmetics. This is the Thickening Brow Gel, and also the e.l.f. Cosmetics Brow Lift. Based on what I see, these two do different things. You know, with the Thicket Brow Gel, this will sort of fill in your brows. It's almost like a brow mascara, which really appeals to me. And then there's the e.l.f. Cosmetics, the Brow Lift. This goes on clear. It's almost like a gel or a wax. And this is really meant to just kind of feather out your brows. Right now, that soapy, natural, clean brow look, the feathered, fluffed out look is so in style. So if you have unruly eyebrows, if they're untamed, if you like to sort of feather them out and make them look really like thick and sort of bulky, this is the look that you want to go for. This isn't necessarily going to fill them in. So we're going to see, both products are vegan, which is pretty cool. So I spent $11 on the brow gel, and I spent $6 on the e.l.f. Brow Lift, but I also purchased the applicator as well. This is the spoolie applicator, which was recommended with it. So this was $4. So together these two were $10 and this was $11. So we're gonna try both of these products, one on each eyebrow. I wanna see if there's one look versus the other that I prefer. The e.l.f. Cosmetics website says that the e.l.f. Brow Lift is going to give you an extreme hold, and it's a shaping wax that holds your brows in place for a fluffy, feathered soap brows look. I'm going to start with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Brow Lift on my left brow, and we're going to open up the spoolie and we are going to start applying this. This is what the Brow Lift applicator looks like. So as you can see, there is the short spoolie on one side and then the flat end right there. So the directions say that you should bend the spoolie end to about 45 degrees before you dip it into the Brow Lift product. And then you brush your brows into the desired shape in an upward and outward motion. And then you use the flat end of the applicator to press down the brows into place. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this product up. And as promised, it looks like a very clear gel / waxy consistency. So I'm just gonna put my finger in it because I want to see what it feels like. It feels soft. It feels kind of creamy actually. Oh yeah, it definitely feels, I'll just swatch it even though there's no color. It definitely feels creamy. It actually feels a little bit like Vaseline, that type of consistency, but you could tell that it stiffens up. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna bend the applicator. I'm always afraid I'm gonna break these things. So that should be pretty good. Dip around that much. So I'm gonna get pretty close. So I'm brushing them upwards, but also out. Definitely giving me that soapy brow look. It's really easy to work with. I will say, like, it's very easy to work with. And I'm just following my sort of natural brow shape. So it's definitely holding. I can feel the hold right now. So it says to apply the product in clean brows, and my brows were clean. I don't have any product in them, but I will say I do have makeup on the rest of my face. So I think it was starting to pick up the makeup that's on my eyelid, like my foundation and then my concealer as well. I think it might have picked some of that up because I could feel the spoolie sort of working through those. When I was working through my brows, I could feel the spoolie sort of picking up those products. So when I do this again, I'm probably gonna make sure that I don't have any other makeup on my face. For comparison, this is what my brow looks like with the brow gel versus nothing else in my brows, just my natural brow shape. So for me, this is a really intense contrast. Just compared to my natural brows, it is really, really intense. I could brush it down a little bit more, but I wanted you guys to see exactly what the product can do in your brows. So depending on how feathered out you want your brows, you can just sort of go wild with this product. I definitely think that this soapy brow look is going to take getting used to for me. I will say it absolutely feels like a wax when it's dried down. It feels like it's holding very intensely without feeling super heavy. Just when you touch it, you're like, okay, it's definitely a wax. And I don't feel, it's not uncomfortable. It doesn't feel too heavy at all or too thick or uncomfortable. And I absolutely feel like the name is really fitting. When I look in the mirror, I really feel like I've had a brow lift. Like that's what it looks like to me. So if you have really sparse, thinner brows, I think you'll love this product if you want something to just throw on and make your natural brow shape look a lot thicker. For me, someone who has a little bit thicker brows naturally, I think it takes getting used to. It's giving a little bit Joan Crawford vibes to me right now, but it's growing on me. And I have seen the soapy brow trend on socials, and I do love how it looks on people. So I think eventually I can definitely get used to this. So just so you guys know, the Thick It Brow Gel comes in 8 different shades. I got the darkest one. I got the color black. It says that it's going to thicken all types of brows with a natural finish that lasts 16 hours. It's ultra buildable. It's made with tinted plant origin fibers that take the brows to the next level with each layer. When I pull the product out, I definitely get a lot of excess product that I need to sort of wipe down. And this is, I just want to sort of, if I can, swatch it for you guys. It's actually a good thing that it's not going on too gloppy because I'm trying to swatch it and it's taking a bit, but that's a good thing because I don't want it to go on too gloppy on my eyebrows. So it looks like a true black, so that's good. So I'm just doing the same thing. I'm sort of following along the natural brow shape. And I definitely see the tint of color coming out. So this goes on nicely. It doesn't, put too much product out at once, but I will say, I think if you're somebody who likes your brows to look very precise, if you like to take a fine tip pencil and just get into certain areas and certain crevices in your brows, this isn't the product for you because this just sort of glides the product on in a general sense. You're not going to be able to target specific areas. This just kind of glides through your whole brows. So I think for somebody like me, this works pretty well. But I think if you're somebody who's looking to be really precise, fill in certain areas, it's not going to do a good job of that because you really can't do that with this product. I actually got too much above my brow bone. So I had to go in with a Q-tip and clean that up, and it sort of messes up the makeup above my brow. So that's kind of annoying, but I think it kind of is just the way the product is. Okay, you guys, so this is the contrast of my 2 different brows right now and the different products I have in them. So I also think it's kind of interesting because I have 2 very different eyebrow shapes. My left brow has a crown, the one with the brow lift, and my right brow doesn't. So my brows are asymmetrical, which that could also be a factor in, whether I like these products or not. So for me, the more and more I'm looking in the mirror, the more I really like the brow lift. However, I will say on days when I just want my brows to look a little bit thicker, I think that this thickening mascara from NYX Cosmetics will work really well because I could just quickly run it through my eyebrows. Again, I'm not somebody who wants to be really precise. I don't want to go in there and get little angles or certain places in my brows. So precision is not a factor for me. This would just be me running through my eyebrows very, very quickly to make them look a little bit darker and fuller. So I think that this soapy brow look that the e.l.f. brow lift gives me is really, really beautiful. However, I think it might just be a little bit too intense for my day-to-day going about, running around town, running errands. I think this might just be a little too much for me, especially with a full face of makeup. I think it's more of a going out look for me. But I think if I if I just wanted to run out and I didn't have makeup on, as much makeup on, I think that that would look really natural. I'm just gonna continue playing around with these products. I think both of these products are really great, especially for the cost. They're both vegan, they're both from the drugstore. So there's a lot of benefits to both. They're both products I can see myself using. I always try to be really realistic about my makeup. Is this a product that I'm gonna use in the long run every single day? Is this product that I can keep in my makeup bag and use it regularly? And the answer to that for both of these products is absolutely yes. So depending on what you're looking for, I hope this video sort of helped clarify the difference and you can sort of see what it looks like on my brows and what it might look like on your brows. So if you guys have any other questions about either of these products, feel free to drop it in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.